Hey guys, welcome back. I'm going to start the pheasant habitat build. I might have shown you some of this in another video, I don't remember. I built this box. I'm not going to show how I built the box. It's kind of, the design is kind of like supposed to be like an old fruit crate, a peach crate, an apple crate. Definitely bigger. It's made out of aspen. It's got quite a bit of character. I don't know if you can pick it up, but there's wormholes in it, knots. It's got a lot of character. Let's see if I can get you a little closer for that. So you can see the natural wormholes. I haven't varnished it yet. You know, it's all glued. There's no screws or nails in this at all. I guess I did screw this little base on, but it could be mounted on a wall. You could mount it like a cabinet on a wall, or just leave it on the floor. If you leave it on the floor, you know, you probably want to make sure if you have pets. I'll end up putting glass in there. Haven't totally decided that yet. The pheasant will be in here. I don't know if he'll be standing, taking off the fly, crouching, hiding. I don't know about that yet, but it's going to be a fence row habitat. So I have this old fence post. It's got a lot of character. You know, it's riding away down here. It's got moss on it. You can see it. It's got moss on it here. It's been burned here. This was part of an actual gate to a fence. It's got a couple of 60-penny spikes in here. So what section of this I will use? I think I've decided on this section. I just like the look of this rot and the moss on there, so that's what I'm going to use. I've got barbed wire, different grasses and weeds. I've got corn cobs, corn. I've got black dirt. So we're just going to, obviously we can't use all this, it wouldn't all fit in there, but we got a variety of things to pick from. So let's get started. First thing I need to do is I need to put the fence post in here. That's also going to be the support that the pheasant will be attached to. When I talked to the taxidermist, he either wanted something left out in the bottom to attach, or have wires coming through to attach, or something to attach in the back. And I think if we can attach to that fence post, and then I don't have to leave anything, because if you hang this, you don't want a hole in the bottom, right? So. Too short. My only concern with this is if it's strong enough to have a pheasant anchored to, and I think that's solid enough there, so. Going to shim this up. Remember, you're not going to see this down here. This is going to have display base habitat built into it, mache and stuff. Going to use finish nails in the air nailer. Nail it up to the top, and because there's wormholes in the, or nail it to the bottom, and because there's wormholes in the top, I can nail through there, and I don't think it'll stand out at all. That should do it. All right, now we need to build the base to put our mesh down so we can put mache on. I cut some strips to 12.5 inches long, and I'm just going to call them furring strips. But the idea is it's support to blend to the mesh. I'm stopping them short because I've got to bring the display down, and then I'll have to be the habitat down. It'll have to be, you don't want wood showing there vertically, or foam, or whatever we decide to use to build our contours. Reason for pre-drilling is these are narrow strips. I just don't want to split the boards out. You just want to make sure you don't screw all the way, put your screws so they poke out the bottom. So have the appropriate size, whatever that is. If I hadn't already put a finish on here, I could have glued those down too. That would have worked. You didn't see it over here, but I have some box of here's rock. I don't think I'm going to build my own rock, which again wouldn't be hard. I could put that down, put mesh over it, put texture on it. I've got this pre-formed rock. I've told you guys about those in previous videos, so I'm not going to go into too much depth about that. But I think I'm going to put a rock in it, and it'll probably be off to this side. And then I've got styrofoam here that I may need to cut down depending on, I can take this and screw it in for texture or for elevation changes. I can form just so it's not just straight across. And I have a whole, well, I guess nearly a whole sheet of this left, 4x8 foot sheet. Styrofoam insulation. But for this size of project. It's not going to take too much to put a few curves in there. You know, it's silly, it doesn't seem like it should take that much, but you have to be able to put this in, and you have to envision what it's going to look like without doing anything. You know, how's the mesh going to lay? If I put that there, it's only going to be slightly higher than that. Do I need to put another strip in? Do I put this on top of this strip? Do I set it like that? This is time consuming, because once you put it in, you get your mesh on, you got to take it all off if you're going to redo something, or you put your mache on there. You know, it's kind of too late to change it. Sturdy enough to do what we need to do. Start up here and work our way back. Not for any reason other than it's closest to us. Field rocks around here, they tend to be roundish, so that's one of the reasons I decided not to use this one. I mean, we have limestone stuff too, so this would work, but in the area this was shot in is more field stone than limestone, so we're going to go with more round looking rock. Okay, I'm going to use 1/2-inch staples, and hopefully that's going to be long enough. And if you haven't watched any other habitat builds, this takes a lot of staples. When you're doing this, if you find edges like that might look like it's going to be too sharp of edge, I can soften that with the mache, just like this. You know, we want a round rock, but I can soften that with the mache. I'm not going to be too concerned about that. All I'm trying to do there is straighten that edge out a little bit, because I had to push that mesh back to form that rock a little. Sorry, get my arm in your way. Doesn't have to be cut perfect. You can go back and patch pieces in where you need to patch them in at. Like this here. I'm just gonna hack a piece out of there, and it's not quite right. We can fix it. Not worry about it. And it's not. I cut it, see? Cut it too long on that side, which is fine. We'll do this. I think we'll be all right. Then I cut it short again here. I can put another piece in there. I'm not worried about it. And you shouldn't worry about it either. Hold this down in the areas we want down. Quite far enough. So I was off camera when I was showing you that. I cut it too short here. But here's this piece right here. If I want to put that in there, now we're covered. Don't stress about this. This is pretty rough. Doesn't have to be exact. I'm liking this. Liking this. This is going to have to be bent around a little more. Actually stretch that down. That needs to... I want this rock to be distinct. So we're going to push the ground around down it. Push the ground down around it. Remember, this is going to be the ground. On the other hand, if it's too low, I can build it up a little with my mache. And it only needs to be not even 2 inches. So we'll have plenty by just basically cutting this down the middle. And you could do these contours without that. I mean, you wouldn't need the foam under there. I like putting the foam under there because it helps me visualize. And keep stuff, you know, as I'm going. Otherwise, I just might staple it down, and it gives me the reminder there's a contour here. There we go. I have to decide how I'm going to put the vegetation in. I could add the vegetation here and do my mache around the vegetation. I could put my vegetation, I could put the mache on, I could drill holes in, put my vegetation in, and patch it with mache. I could use Bondo, the stuff used to patch cars. I could use that to hold my mache in place, and I've never used that before. So at this point, I'm still deciding which of those methods I'm going to use. So I think this is a good place to end this. This will be the end of episode 1 of the pheasant habitat build. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.